Yep, that's the team that.
Building up enough arrows. Doing this will cause
It's just that nigga shouldn't have to have that nigga Braun should not have to be that important, bro.
Keyblades would go
No.
unused after a better one was
What the fuck? Is this actually in the game? Oh no, this is Kingdom Hearts 2. I was like, what the fuck? Nigga?
unlocked later on, usually
I
resulting
thought that was
in an
3.
inventory full of Keyblades that would never see the light of day.
Wait,
What would
is there gonna be any spoilers here, or did I already unlock all the Keyblades that I will?
I want to skim. Or actually, you can send them to me and I can skim.
Shooting Star, Favorite Deputy, Happy Gear, Crystal Snow, Will of Fate, Hero Shield, Second Form.
Nigga already, you should have just said give it to me.
Nah, there's nothing in there.
with Keyblade transformation,
Nigga saw the ranking from worst to best.
From each weapon.
I did. I already seen it.
Sora's abilities as a how he's able to
I know the list. I don't remember it though.
have been a part
Me-
of
hey, me either.
Final mix, where we see the lingering will changing his Keyblades to a variety of different shapes.
My nigga,
There's
I
also the
don't
no-heart
care.
fight in Birth by Sleep. We find out that this Keyblade was actually the Shooting Star. Now, my big thing with the Shooting Star Keyblade is how slow it is to perform a lot of these attacks. I mean, we get the guns, which
he's hating.
allows us for
I'll
a little
fuck with
bit of
Shooting
movement
Star.
while we attack. But
Me
I'm
too.
also
That should help me
talking
fight that
about
wolf.
the giant bazooka. I feel like swinging this around ends up causing me more pain because enemies are just so much faster. There is an option to go into free range shooting.
Yes,
mode, which is
sir!
unique to this blade, but it's just another one of those things where I feel like I'm left out in the open to get attacked. It's really cool in concept, but I feel like I can never actually get it to do what I need it to do.
There's a wisdom
Although
form,
I do
nigga.
love the design. The idea of Sora holding a gun is hilarious, which is exactly why they should put Sora in 4th. Next to the Shooting Star is its direct clone,
He's
the
right.
Honey Spout. There are a handful of Keyblades that are just palette swaps from other weapons.
This shit should be below it.
For the sake of the video, I'll be keeping them close together to their
I
original.
want
because I'm
to
a
hear
idiot.
it.
The honey
Yeah, I wanna
spout
see what is-
replaces
ew.
everything with honey and bees. Although the one true benefit that this Keyblade has over the Shooting
Hold on.
Star is that it's possible to slow down enemies by hitting them with honey, making it
Hello?
so much easier to actually catch them with an attack.
Oh, wait,
A
that's
small bonus,
Pig.
But overall, the honey spout.
Yeah, I never use this
Nah, I
Keyblade.
never use it
His
either.
favorite deputy, the Toy Story Keyblade.
The
Fun
black and
fact,
blue
this Keyblade
outfit,
was
though.
originally called the Infinity Badge during the early stages.
Yo,
of the
buddy.
game,
Damn, you got-
combining
you
the
got this shit
iconic
low as
quote
fuck.
To infinity and beyond with Woody's Sheriff badge. This
I got-
one
like I said, I
changes
gotta hear
into
the
a
reason.
hammer capable of slamming enemies right into the ground. I think the transformation animation for this one is one of my favorites, mainly because you can see how many moving parts are actually in play. Then there's also the slamming
Yeah.
animation where it just cracks the ground.
Nigga.
Getting into its second animation,
That shit's
Sora can
cold,
burrow
bro.
into the ground and send out drills in tons of different directions. Although I think my favorite part about this has to be the ending animation. It's basically a claw machine that will grab an enemy and slam
That
them
shit's
to the
cool,
ground.
too.
The way the camera moves around Sora really shows.
Yeah, why is it so low?
Although I do think this one suffers from the same laggy experience as the Shooting Star,
Anyways.
especially when I'm in the hammer mode, it becomes pretty difficult to.
Bro just called this shit peak in every way in this, but it's lacking.
In the combo. I get that Sora's supposed to be swinging a giant hammer and it's supposed to be slow, but I'm just someone who likes to have control of my character the entire time. Although right next to it has to be the classic tone Keyblade. It's another palette swap clone of the favorite deputy.
I don't know what this
The weapon
Keyblade is.
itself Once again,
Neither.
change into a hammer and then a drill once the meter is full. But the real treat with this one has definitely
Oh,
finished,
never mind.
changing everything to black and white, being very reminiscent.
Yeah,
of the
I did
Tiny
have
Square.
this.
It lends itself to the old animation style, and it's a fun thing to pull
you get
off
this?
after unlocking this.
I forgot.
Next up is the Happy Gear Keyblade from the.
That shit was cold.
In general, yo-yos are a toy that is made for people's entertainment, especially children. So to see Sora
That W
using these
yo-yos.
deadly weapons just feels right on brand with this character. They have tons of range and can close.
I don't feel like it should be the side though.
Other transformations.
No.
like legendary or deadly weapons.
I'm taking favorite deputy and Shooting Star over this shit.
I agree.
Also, the transformation animation with a moving door from this world, I could watch those pieces move in place for hours.
That ugly ass
Big one for
Keyblade.
This Keyblade, though, it has to be the finishing animation. Transforming into a giant clamp that will
Clap 'em.
slap on anything in the vicinity. Like, what are you even doing against this? And Sora's just having the time of his life with this transformation. It's not one I use often in combat because there are just better options. But the Happy Gear is great if I'm just trying to mess around and just see something flashy. Then there's
I
the
saw
Crystal Snow
fucking
Keyblade,
nothing
Hey,
there.
offering a Sora in a green outfit for the first time in the series. I just want to mention how much I love that Olaf is the keychain for this world. Like, he's
I did
just
not
such a
pee.
silly little guy. But my favorite part of this Keyblade has got
I
to be
use
its
this
second
Keyblade through most of the
After
game.
a while, you can just ice skate around the
Yes,
Sora.
sir.
And there are tons of Keyblades that alter Sora's running animation in the game. But you actually get to see skates made of ice appear on his feet. Sometimes I just like
Hey,
to
W
boot the
music,
game
man.
and skate around. Not even interacting with enemies and just vibing out on the world around.
buddy.
Of course, this
Stop
is
being
Kingdom
gay.
Hearts, so every corner has hands. The finishing animation for this one is also just
Talking about, I just like to go and skin around.
I've been yearning.
Bitch. Even yearning for what?
or ice, rather? It is a direct reference to Elsa's stomp inside of her own ice castle.
Oh.
We see Sora jumping around and knocking down all of these ice structures down on
Did you not
enemies
notice
below.
that?
And he's just so happy
I
to
never
do
paid
it.
attention to
I
it.
imagine
I didn't use
Frozen
that
is
much
gonna be a
either.
returning world in a future game, which means we might be getting another Frozen theme.
That's the Keyblade I use the most. I felt like that one was cold.
Skate when he's
Yeah.
holding it.
Literally.
The Wheel of Fate from the Caribbean is helpful in combat. For starters, both of the forms
Dun, dun,
changes
dun,
into
dun,
have
dun,
tons of
dun,
range.
This one should be higher.
Part of me has got to be the flag twirl.
Yeah, I think Wheel of
This
Fate
one
is
is
cold,
cold as
bruh.
fuck.
After the attack is
Yeah,
over.
nigga, even the way he's just
attack
fighting.
perimeter cold and the way it looks.
Hey, he's sliding on it.
Yeah, now when he hitting the twirl with it,
Yeah,
come on, bro. That shit
nah,
hard.
nigga, that shit's cold.
It's a visual treat that just shows us how agile Sora really is with a weapon twice his size. You're also able to teleport into the air and send down tons of light.
Yeah, that shit's
Yeah,
cold
that
too.
attack.
But
That's
it's
pretty
also
cool.
very effective. The finisher for this one also goes insane. As
Yeah.
water tentacles rise out of
He's
the ground
hating.
and knock out nearby enemies.
Yeah, he's hating crazy. Why is it so low?
Damage. Even the idle animation for this Keyblade transformation is tough. Funny enough, this is one of my final
Tough.
Keyblades when I was finishing Kingdom Hearts 3 for the first
Dang,
time.
yep.
I always went back to it because it helped me clear out several enemies with just a single swing. An excellent Keyblade for clearing out crowds. Arguably one of the biggest changes when it comes to a Keyblade transformation, the hero shield makes you
Fuck no.
I gotta.
If you were
I don't remember
with
this
other
one,
swords,
bruh.
this one recommends
But I
you
don't
take
remember
it
this being
slow. Able
good.
to throw the shield to do normal
So when it just turns into a fucking shield, and then it turns into a fucking
He's a
chariot.
Captain America dick rider.
But that's not the reason why people are using this Keyblade. It's because you can do this.
Weak.
If you hold up the shield and it gets hit once, you can send out a giant fist. But if
Nah,
you
it
hold
is
down
kinda
and wait
cool,
a little bit
man.
longer for a second hit, Sora will send out a barrage of fists,
No, it's not.
often taking out several enemies at once.
Hey,
and often
nice.
several health bars from bosses. This is a Keyblade that will
I am.
reward you for
It's
It
not
should
over
be-
fucking.
Hey, this should be last, in my opinion.
Incredible
I'm
feat.
just
And
saying,
then
it's
there's
kind
a
of cool.
animation where Sora just rides around the chariot, sending out
That was-
fucking
yeah.
last.
avoiding damage by flying around.
What's
Even
up? How you
this
doing,
whole
bro?
cinematic angle of Sora just flying around.
This
showing
shit
the player
is
just how much fun
mid
it
as
has.
fuck.
Not being able to get hit through this is essentially free damage towards foes. A great Keyblade if you want to mix it up a little bit. Then there's its clone, the Grand Chef. Only unlocked after clearing out the bistro in Twilight Town, the
You did
Grand
this?
Chef replaces the fists with the Pillars of Fire. These still do tons of damage and really emphasize when it's happening, but in general, I think I just
Yeah, he
like
just
the
likes
fists a little bit
fucking
more. The
shields.
thing that makes the Grand Chef Keyblade so special has got to be its ending,
Big
where Sora changes the
sucker.
Keyblade into a giant frying pan and
Yeah, that
slams
is
it on the
peak.
floor.
Hey, yeah, that's cool.
Nah, it's
I'm
peak.
totally here for it. Another Keyblade that changes up the
Hitting his
gameplay
arm.
is the Ever After. Before
Okay,
Keyblade
I
was
do
myself
like-
and a bunch of content creators were
I like that you didn't have this fight.
In this build, they had the Ever After Keyblade as an
The
option,
slidiness.
and it easily became one of my favorite Keyblades in this experience. Even
I like
when
this one
the game was
because you
released,
become
it
Loki.
continued to remain in my heart.
Okay.
Transforming
But
the
I don't
Keyblade
think it's this
into a
high.
magical staff,
Me either.
allowing Sora to channel light combos from a
Like a lot of these have been very, very high for no reason. And yeah, the clones is cool.
Yeah, the clones is cold. Like I said, that's why I was saying he
Look
turns
at a
it to
singular
Loki.
enemy and just start lighting them up. It's also very responsive, making it so I can evade and be aware of my surroundings without much ending lag. And you also get this fairly early in the game, making it a valuable asset as you progress. Then of course,
too bad the stats on it are pretty fucking
dog shit.
and light combined,
Pookie.
raining down on enemies below. I also want to mention that the shot lock for this one can heal.
How are you?
besides
The rapist is gone,
which
so
has saved me so
live
many
my best
times in
life.
battles where I ran out of healing options. It's strong, agile, can
I'm
heal
gonna
you,
sleep.
Lock can heal you?
AoE that will take
That's
out the
cool.
entire screen.
Yeah.
It's really the whole package. But you know what's stronger than being strong? Being nostalgic. Because nothing can take away the power
Good
that
go.
made you feel in the past. For this one, I'm going to be combining all the multitude of palette swaps from the second floor.
I don't know about that, buddy.
Midnight
You
Blue,
put it higher or
Phantom
lower?
Green, Advent Red,
Lower.
Dawn Till Dusk, Elemental Encoder,
Hey,
and Starlight.
over some of the shit he's just
Obviously,
been
the Kingdom Key is
putting
the
up there,
original,
I'm
but the
taking
rest
this
are
over.
as Keyblades relative to the hardware.
I mean,
Okay,
compared
go.
to how his list is, yeah, it should be up there. But
$3.
Green is its Xbox.
if it was my list,
When the Kingdom
it's-
Hearts Cloud ports appeared on the Nintendo Switch, it was given the Advent Red keychain. The colors are a reference to the original red and blue Joy-Cons for the Nintendo Switch. Dawn Till Dusk can be purchased from any of these shops, but was originally a bonus for pre-ordering through Amazon. All of these Keyblades will essentially do the
yeah,
same
chill,
thing
man.
by turning Sora into
About to spend 200 gems on
which is
some
essentially a
pulls and
combination of
Dokkan.
his
I'm
Kingdom
about to
Hearts
make
1
those
and
gems
Kingdom Hearts
back.
2 movesets.
How much do the gems cost in
Right
that
on
game?
top of the Kingdom Key, this was the first transformation
What's conversion
in the
rate?
game. And since the game allows you to level
What's
up
it?
your Keyblades as you progress, second form remained in a lot of players' lineup. Although
dun,
Elemental
dun,
Encoder
dun,
and Starlight
dun,
are a
dun,
bit
dun,
different. While both still do
dun,
turn
dun,
Sora
dun,
into
dun,
second form, they do have a few extra bonuses. Elemental Encoder
Hey,
is
hearing this shit in
Epic
two?
Games version of the Keyblade, but this one has
Okay.
a magic roulette ability, giving Sora the ability to use any of the 6 strongest magical spells at random, which is incredibly helpful in combat and adds a bit of spice into the mix. With the Starlight Keyblade, you can actually get a brand new finisher, where Keyblades from the past would just appear and kill everything on the screen. This is only available as part of the
What the
Starlight
fuck?
Keyblade. In general, I think that makes Starlight the best out of the bunch since it has its own move.
I didn't use it for that long because I was like, this Keyblade's ugly as shit.
Although this whole
That's
chunk
sick.
is dedicated to second form. Thank you so much for catering to my nostalgia. Funny enough, I did not anticipate the nano gear being this high, but it definitely does when I sit down.
I don't know about it being this high. I fuck with nano gear.
Yeah, I'm not mad at
Get
it.
attacks from a
but-
drill, a giant fist, the hammer, all within a single
Yeah,
combo,
that shit's
all of which
cold.
have been replaced by nanobots.
I need the finisher.
Attacks. Although the real treat for this Keyblade has got to be its special ability. When I was playing through Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, it actually saved my whole neck. When battling against Data Shion, she has the chance to stun Sora with
No.
something like that. And you just kind of need to sit there and
Skip.
deal with it until it's over. Fortunately, the Nano Gear Keyblade has stun protection, removing that fear completely, making the fight with Shion so much more sustainable.
Don't do that. Don't listen to
took
him.
me several hours to get
You
through.
already
The
knew.
Nano Gear saved the game. The design
Please.
itself is so silly. when you see
Oh,
it.
okay.
It's one of those that has definitely grown on me.
I was gonna say.
But if we're going to be talking about a weapon,
That might cut off
the
50
ultimate
deaths in
weapon
the
is objectively
playthrough.
the
I don't need
strongest weapon
that.
in the game. The things you were able to pull off with this transformation have brought Sora to an entirely new level, showing us a version of Sora that's so strong it even showed up in Super
I said
Smash.
I'm gonna use
I
it
already
for
talked about how
Oblivion.
much I like it
Or
when
I'm using Oblivion only.
walking animation. This time he has kind of like this regal float right above everything. But of course, the real appeal of this Keyblade is the absolute smoke it distributes. No matter the foe, the ultimate weapon will be clearing out a handful of HP bars with just a single combo. You're also given incredible shields with this tall and wide barrier building around Sora. The dodge animation makes it so you can barely get hit, and the shot lock is essentially a
Fucking
nuclear
busted.
bomb that will
Literally.
take out everything. Everything
It's
in this
fucking
Keyblade
stupid.
is
Like how
designed to
it
help
gears up like that every time too.
I was fortunate enough to have already unlocked when Remind came out, so jumping into the game's hardest bosses with the strongest gear felt good to go through. The ultimate weapon made that.
I was on this for hours. See, bro, don't feel bad.
The blades because it was making the fights too easy.
They
It's
just makes Kingdom Hearts
There's
content
a
just to
reason
get
it's
folded
called
for
the
3
ultimate
hours
weapon,
for
and
every
they
single
put you through
boss.
an entire gauntlet to get it. And the Ultima has appeared in other games, but never in its full form like this. This is the strongest version of Sora yet, and I wonder how they're gonna top it in
They
Kingdom
got
Hearts
Zebra
4.
stripes.
Now, while this is the strongest Keyblade, that does not make it my favorite. That goes to the all-time favorite combo. While not being a part of Kingdom Hearts 3 when it first launched, Oath
Also,
Keyblade
W.
awarded rewards for clearing out some
Oblivion's
W
finisher
to get the
upgrades are fucking
For
crazy.
Oblivion, you need to clear it out on the critical mode difficulty. After collecting the proofs and claiming them in the Moogle shop, you're ready for my favorite transformations in the game. Both Oath Keeper and Oblivion have their own in-between forms with their own combos. However, when reaching the final form, you can summon both of them at the same time. And it's similar to Roxas from Kingdom Hearts 2. First off, this reference is everything, especially knowing about Sora and Roxas' relationship. It felt good to be able to dual wield again. And this is the only form in the game that allows me to live out those Kingdom Hearts 2 dreams. Whenever I would play Kingdom Hearts 2, I would always turn into Valor or Master Form whenever I wanted to use two Keyblades at the same
Don't show me
time.
Kingdom Hearts
These
2.
Keyblades
I
also
can
make you
decide.
work for your wins, not being as free as the Ultima weapon. Even though I felt powerful, I knew there were limitations to my strength. And the only way to fill that gap was by getting good in double form. It's incredible how much they put into these forms, and you don't need both Keyblades to activate it. Just one and you're good to go, making it my favorite Keyblade transformation in Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, I'm not exactly sure if Kingdom Hearts 4 will
No! Skip!
not really used in the gameplay, as I imagine this is something that they just wanted to use for Kingdom Hearts 3. And Kingdom Hearts 4 will have something different. Being able to switch between Keyblades and ultimately create your own attack patterns is a freeing feeling, and I hope they bring back that feeling in future games. But yes, this is my ranking of every Keyblade transformation.
50 gems for 10 pulls, like 1 gem, free stage equally. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, that would throw some shit.
Yeah. Hold on, let me do this too. I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Knock, knock, bitch ass nigga.